Hey everybody, it's Josh at Walnut Ridge. This week I wanted to talk about, it's kind of an issue that we ran into the other day, and so I thought it'd be good to do a video about it to maybe prepare some other people before they find this issue themselves while trying to install backup cameras in the side view cameras. So a lot of the trailers now are coming pre-wired for the cameras, or some of them actually already have a camera on them. And then you have the option of adding like the side marker cameras on each side. Rear cameras on some now are already wired in with their own power source, but what we've ran into is some of the older model trailers that are just pre-wired. The way these cameras works is they are tied into your running lights on the back. So when you have your lights on your tow vehicle, then all the lights are on, that powers your camera. You'll get this blue light on here letting you know that the camera's on. The side marker lights are the same thing, only you take those side marker lights off on the front, you install these in its place, and then these cameras get their power from the lights being turned on. There's not a blue light on the camera to let you know that it's actually running, but as long as your light's on, you know you've got power feeding to it. Well, the problem we run into is you need to know what model of truck you have before you try and install these. If you have a newer model of Chevy or GM truck, they use on some of the trucks, it's not every Chevy truck, but some of them that have a higher trim level, that have a lot more tow options available in the truck, they use what's called pulse modulation for their lights. And so essentially what they're doing is the truck is turning on and off the trailer lights so fast on and off that you can't actually see that it's ever going off. It just looks like it's constantly on. And the problem with that is the camera is essentially turning off and on several times in a row. So you end up with a problem where it won't sync with the monitor because the camera actually never fully establishes a connection because the signal going out of this antenna is turned off and on at a rapid pace. The reason they put that on the trucks is so when your trailer's plugged in, if you had a problem with your running lights on the trailer, that pulse modulation going through, it's measuring kind of the amperage draw that it's getting off the lights, and when it sees a fluctuation in that outside the specs that it's been programmed with, then it knows there's an error. So then you'll probably get a message on your dash that says you have an issue with your trailer lights. It may not necessarily tell you which one, but you know one of them could be out, or a brake light or something like that. So with them doing that, it makes the cameras not able to pair with the monitor. Now a lot of the newer trailers are wiring a separate power source for the rear camera, so that'll work just fine with pretty much any model of truck. But they don't wire a separate power source for the side view cameras. They're just pre-wired into the lights. So you might be able to get your rear camera to sync up with your monitor, but you won't get your left and right cameras to sync up. And the fix for that is actually Furrion came out with this adapter that you would plug your trailer plug into this end, and then this is going to plug into your truck. So built inside of here essentially is an alternative power source to power the lights. So it's getting that feed from the truck, and then instead of allowing that to turn off and on multiple times, it's putting out a constant power source for those running lights while you're using it. But one thing that we found out the other day is this particular one here is actually only good for 2020 models and older. So if you have a newer 2021 or a 2022 truck, there's actually a different adapter which we've ordered to come in now that we'll hopefully have stock in our store too. But might be a good thing for you to look for if you bought the cameras, plan on installing them yourself, and you get home, or maybe even do it at the campground when you get set up, and you find out you're having problems with it. First thing you need to do is check what truck you have, because you may need one of these adapters, and that's going to solve your issue, keep you from having a lot of headaches and frustration from trying to diagnose what the problem could be with it. So just a tip, if you got a newer GM or Chevy truck, you may need one of these adapters to go along with your cameras. Definitely you can call and ask us about it. We can talk you through that stuff too, but hopefully this will get you going with your side view and rear view cameras mounted on your trailer. Thanks.